Good evening. Thank you for taking the time to join us tonight for iBELIEVE celebration of giving and gratitude. My name is Stephanie Murray, and I am the Acting Executive Director for the iBELIEVE Foundation. For anyone watching tonight who is not familiar with the iBELIEVE Foundation and our mission, we provide free experiential opportunities for Appalachian youth to learn and continue to develop the skills and behaviors and attitudes necessary for success in high school and beyond. Ultimately, our goal is to inspire leadership that results in positive change in our schools, our community, our region, and the world. Since 2011, iBELIEVE has provided over 2,400 free summer workshop opportunities to high school students from Appalachia and thousands of other development opportunities throughout things such as our leadership summits, our weekend retreats, and our community service initiatives. I'm really proud to be just a small part of so much good, and I just cannot wait to see the impact that iBELIEVE continues to make in the future. Before I hand the program over to our MC for the night, I did want to take a few minutes to recognize some folks. First, I would like to recognize the iBELIEVE team. First up, we have Max Liu. Max is our creative director and our co-staff coordinator. And Max has been involved since 2016, and he's also the brains behind this operation tonight. So Max, if you'd like to say hi. Next, we have Devonte Haynes. Devonte is our Assistant Director of Programming and also a co-staff coordinator. And Devonte has been with us since the summer of 2018. So Devonte, if you'd like to say hi.
Hello, everyone.
And last, but certainly not least, we have Connie Miley. Connie is our Director of Programming and has been involved with iBELIEVE since the very, very beginning in 2011. Connie. So I'm just really blessed and thankful to have the privilege to work alongside and right now virtually with these amazing and talented and knowledgeable individuals. And this year has been hard for us as a team and hard for us as an organization between the cancellation of our fundraising events, loss in donation revenue due to the economic impact from COVID, and just completely having to restructure how we operate. This team has never wavered from our commitment to our mission, and for that, I'm just really, really thankful to have them. I also wanted to give a huge shout out to our volunteer staff. There is a group of those individuals who worked together and participated in what we called a community, family, and friends fundraising campaign this fall. And collectively, they raised nearly $6,000. And we really, really appreciate their hard work and their dedication to that goal, but also just all of our volunteer staff at large. I'm so thankful for them and their dedication to iBELIEVE. Our programs do not work without them. And while I might be a little biased, I have to say that we have the best of the best. So I think I can speak for everyone from the iBELIEVE team and our volunteer staff team that probably the most difficult part of this year has just not getting to be with our delegates, our students on those college campuses for weeks at a time during the summer. That's kind of what we work all year for, and we really miss not being with them. But we are very much looking forward to when we get to be with them again in person someday, hopefully this coming summer. So without further ado, I would now like to introduce our MC for the evening, Mr. Matt Groves. Matt is an iBELIEVE alumni who attended his first summer workshop during the summer of 2013. Matt has been a volunteer staff member since 2016, and he served as an intern during the summer of 2018. He attended Ripley High School in Jackson County, West Virginia, and he received his bachelor's degree from Marshall University. He now works for Marshall as a recruitment coordinator and is also pursuing a master's degree in leadership studies for nonprofit management. I'm really grateful for Matt and his commitment to iBELIEVE over the years, but just super excited that he agreed to do this for us tonight. I think you all are going to love him. So thank you all again for joining, and we hope that you enjoy the rest of the program. Matt, the Zoom is yours.
Amazing. Good evening, everyone. And thank you so much, Stephanie, for that wonderful introduction. Stephanie is someone who I've had the pleasure of knowing for quite a few years now, and I always look forward to having the opportunity to be able to meet and speak with you. So it's just wonderful to be able to see you. As Stephanie mentioned, my name is Matthew Groves, and I will be your MC for this evening. I'm originally from Ripley, West Virginia, although I currently do live here in Huntington, West Virginia. In high school, I was lucky enough to have the ability to experience 3 summers worth of iBELIEVE workshops, and since then, I've had many opportunities over the years as both a volunteer and an intern for the organization. I'm continuously and forever grateful to the iBELIEVE Foundation, and it's wonderful to see that they have continued to stay true to their mission in the midst of these unprecedented times. As you are most likely aware, today is Giving Tuesday, which is a global generosity movement unleashing the power of people and organizations to transform their communities and the world. iBELIEVE has set a year-end fundraising goal of $25,000 to assist in the continuation of providing these life-changing opportunities to the youth of Appalachia. And what better day than Giving Tuesday to begin working toward that goal? Giving in any capacity directly contributes to this cause. And as someone who has benefited from the support of our donors and those who have helped get us to where iBELIEVE is, I'm very grateful. Please try to give generously and visit the website www.theibelievefoundation.org. The Giving Tuesday link is located on the homepage of the website. We do have raffle tickets available, and those will continue to be available until 8:15. Now, it is my honor to have the opportunity to introduce Madeleine Nelson. Madeleine is originally from Coshocton, Ohio, and graduated from Coshocton High School in 2019. Currently, Madeleine is a sophomore at Otterbein University in Westerville, Ohio, where she is studying public relations and marketing. Madeleine began her experience with the iBELIEVE program in the summer of 2016, and she began staffing the workshops in the summer of 2018. Madeleine, the Zoom is yours.
Well, hello, everybody. Thank you for the opportunity to talk with you tonight about my iBELIEVE experience. Although it's not an experience that I can formulate into words very easily, I surely will try. After 4 summers and 7 different workshop experiences, I can confidently say that I am a changed and better person because of the iBELIEVE Foundation. I shared in my impact story on the iBELIEVE website a quote that is very near and dear to my heart. It came from a dear friend at iBELIEVE, and it really encompasses everything that I've learned the past 4 years. The quote is, "The grass isn't greener on the other side, it's greener where you water it." And there's 2 things that I really take away from that quote. The first thing being that you can make a difference wherever you are. You don't need to change geographic locations or have a special title or position to make a difference. But the community that you're in, the people that you're around are worth making a difference for, and you can do it right where you are. And the second thing I take away from the quote is the power of a positive mindset, that you can choose to have a growth mindset and succeed and grow in your experiences, or you can choose to just be negative and not get anything out of the experience. But choosing to have a growth mindset, you're looking at the positive and you're looking to make a difference to those people around you. So saying that I'm a changed person and seeing all these great changes in my life from iBELIEVE is awesome. But I've also noticed some very tangible differences in my life since coming to iBELIEVE. The first one being just to be able to confidently speak with adults like my professors, my teachers, administrators, and to be able to ask questions and to advocate for myself. Whereas before iBELIEVE, I probably would have sat back and just kind of waited for the answer. Whereas now I have the confidence and the ability to go up to those people, send them emails, and to kind of get what I want and get the help that I need. Another really tangible difference from my iBELIEVE experiences is just the need for networking and to know how valuable it is, and to, again, have the confidence and the ability to ask people for help and to put myself out there more. These are real differences in my life that have propelled my educational, my academic, and my professional life. And I can't wait to see where the benefits from iBELIEVE continue to take me. Being a staff member the past few summers has been such an honor, and I find it to be the least that I can do to give opportunities to the next generation of Appalachian students.
Madeleine, I think that I speak for every single person here, both in taking part in this evening and viewing at home. I think I speak for all of us when I say that that was absolutely incredible to hear, and we're all really grateful to hear what you had to say. So I know that this year has been very, very difficult for all of us. How have you managed to adapt in this changing world that we're living in?
Yeah, of course. One of the things that I really enjoy doing is just to take the opportunities like this tonight to be able to see people that I love that I can't physically see right now. I know iBELIEVE has done a great job of having Zoom calls and different social nights to reflect on past workshops. So just like, even though it's not what we want to do, we want to hug people and everything, just to really utilize those opportunities to see some familiar faces virtually has been a great way to kind of keep a positive spirit.
Absolutely. That's wonderful to hear. So I mentioned earlier, whenever I was introducing you, that you are a student at Otterbein, correct?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. How have your classes been going throughout this, again, changing, unprecedented time that we're in?
Yeah, they've been going pretty well. Thank you for asking. I'm just trying to keep on top of everything. I've been fortunate to have some in-person classes, so that's been a nice change of pace too.
Yes, I can't even begin to imagine. So I know that the day-to-day life of a college student can be different depending on what day of the week it is. But what is a way that you feel like you've been able to apply your experiences from workshop in your day-to-day life?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I definitely see the benefits of workshops show up in every single day of my life. But the biggest one right now just has to be the positive attitude, and not only for myself, but to be a light in the lives of others, and just kind of being that positive role model and helping remind everyone that this isn't going to last forever, and that we can either choose to have a positive mindset about it or to be really negative. So by being positive, I think it's just nice for other people to see and hopefully take part in that mindset as well.
Alan, that was incredible to hear. And thank you so much for your time this evening and being with us here.
Yeah, thanks, Matt. I loved it.
All right, amazing. So up next, we have an absolutely incredible performance from Derek Demelle. Derek is originally from Athens, Ohio, and graduated from Athens High School in 2017. Derek is a rising senior at Yale University and is pursuing a degree in biomedical engineering. Currently, Derek is taking a year off from school to sing with the Yale Whiffenpoofs and to work in the biotech industry. Derek has been a part of the iBELIEVE Foundation since 2016, and we actually had the opportunity to work together as interns in the summer of 2018. So without further ado, here is Derek Demelle performing Can't Take My Eyes Off of You.
You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. You'd be like heaven to touch. I wanna hold you so much. At long last, love has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. There's nothing else to compare. The sight of you leaves me weak. There are no words left to speak. But if you feel like I feel, please let me know that it's real. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. Baby, to walk the lonely night. I love you, baby.
Thank you so much for sharing that performance with us, Derek. And now I have the honor to introduce our next storyteller, Henry Garrett. Henry attended Athens High School in Athens, Ohio. Henry began his journey with iBELIEVE in 2016 and has been involved ever since. He currently attends Butler University in Indianapolis, Indiana, where he is majoring in marketing and organizations leadership. He stays involved through the many different organizations he is a part of on campus. Henry, take it away.
Thank you, Matt. Really appreciate that introduction. So, yeah, I'm just going to take a little bit of time to talk about how iBELIEVE impacts me. Like you said, of course, I joined in 2016. And I was a really shy kid. I wasn't really willing to take risks. I was in love with my comfort zone, basically. And iBELIEVE really helped me get out of that mindset of just don't ever take any risks and take those positive things that you can. Now, it introduced me to so many people who are my support system to this very day, even though I'm not with them physically in person, and I'm not even in the Appalachian area anymore, obviously, being outside of Indianapolis. But I know that I can always lean on people when I'm having problems with school or whether I'm just having social issues. So they've also given me that. And it's also given me this confidence in myself that's really opened a lot of different doors for me. And I'd say that's the most tangible thing that iBELIEVE's given me. So just one of the examples I have, I chose that organizational leadership major actually because I gave a speech about iBELIEVE in a business speech class that I had to give. And the professor, she told me, she was like, oh, well, if you like that, then you should be doing this. And of course I looked into it and it looked really awesome. And so far I've loved it. And then through that as well, I'm now hopefully getting to study abroad through our College of Communication, which is just going to open more opportunities for me. So it's just sort of snowballed for me just from this 1 week 4 years ago until now, where I get to travel the world because of something like this. And then also staffing has just been something that's been life-changing for me. It's taught me so many different skills. It's introduced me to all these awesome kids, awesome delegates that have really just changed my life. They've inspired me in so many different ways, seeing where they've come from. And then in those 5 short days, how amazing they can be with just changing everything in their lives.
Wow, amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Henry. And we will get back to talking with you here in just a minute. But before we do that, we are all going to have the opportunity to hear a story from Audrey Gibb. Audrey is originally from New Martinsville, West Virginia, where she attended Magnolia High School. Audrey attended the very first iBELIEVE workshop at West Liberty University. Audrey received her bachelor's degree in psychology from West Virginia University. Currently, Audrey resides in Morgantown with her cat and is spending her time pursuing a master's degree in social work. Audrey, I can't wait to hear your story.
Thanks, Matt. I really appreciate that wonderful introduction. So when I was first asked to do this, I had a really difficult time prioritizing, I have a few minutes, what am I going to share? So while I was brainstorming, I Googled the meaning and history behind Giving Tuesday. And, maybe not to be surprised, but it's pretty self-explanatory. However, there were a couple statements that I really wanted to highlight. So if you do Google Giving Tuesday, one of their mission statements says that they want to build a more just and generous world. And I cannot think of an organization that fits this requirement more than iBELIEVE. This organization and the individuals keeping it afloat, they give their time, compassion, sweat, tears. They give their everything 365 days a year. And I could prove it to you if I could, somehow share my screen so you could look at my email inbox, because it's constantly notifications about charitable events and Zoom seminars and leadership summits. I mean, they're working around the clock. They're not just giving on Tuesdays, they're giving on Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturday, Sunday, every day of the week, all year. So, but for me personally, they've given me the self-confidence to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. And Henry kind of touched on this. Every workshop and event that I've attended as a delegate or as a staff member, I've been pushed to operate outside of my comfort zone, whether that be public speaking, leading an activity, adapting to obstacles that come up, things like this. And every single time I'll be nervous and I'll be mad at them because here I am again on uncharted territory and they're making me do this. But at the end of the day, I've been happy that I did it. And I've realized that those experiences have really, really helped shape who I am today. And, I learned that being comfortable isn't always a good thing. I believe events provide knowledge, advice, opportunities, friendships, and so much more. But most importantly to me, they give kids, adults, whoever is attending, a judgment-free atmosphere. They celebrate uniqueness. They give them a space to be their most authentic self, and they celebrate that. There are some students who didn't think college was an option for them, or maybe they had never been around people that weren't from their, the state, from other parts of the state or the country, the world. And that's okay, because I believe provides these opportunities that exposes people to other ideas, cultures, and experiences. They inspire you to never stop learning and to never stop trying to reach your goals. And if they can help you reach those goals, they will in any way. I believe provides opportunities to students in Appalachia that they may not have otherwise had access to. But they rely on generous donations to provide these opportunities at no cost to the attendees. This allows students to attend from all walks of life, regardless of socioeconomic status. I believe is creating a more just and generous world, even during these uncertain times. And no matter how long I'm away from everybody, I always find myself coming back. Like Matt said, I've been here, since day one, West Virginia. And no matter how long I'm gone, I'm always welcome with open arms. And I'm always learning something new. So today on this Giving Tuesday, I would ask you to please consider donating to help provide opportunities to students in Appalachia. Thanks.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Audrey. So now, Henry and Audrey, it's no secret that this year has been very different than we all originally anticipated it being. Henry, I know that you attend school in Indianapolis, but where are you currently?
Well, fortunately, I'm back home with my family back in Athens. We actually had a little bit of a COVID scare outbreak on our campus, so it was tough to adapt to that. But I came back, I quarantined for a couple of weeks, and I'm safe now. But honestly, it was a little bit easier because I just saw this as sort of another opportunity, like we always have with iBELIEVE, another group project where I can lean on other people and work to make sure that I'm getting everything done. But I still had all these people to talk to and help me through it, even when I'm physically alone completely in a house. But it's still easy to be together with everybody.
Yes, absolutely. And earlier, whenever I was introducing you, I had heard that you try to stay as active in multiple student organizations as you can. What was it like this year trying to be a part of some of those organizations in the midst of all of this craziness?
Yeah, it can be very tough. I mean, it's hard to grow your numbers, try and get as many people to come as you can when most, if not all of your events are on Zoom, but it's still nice to be a part of a group, be a part of something, and make those connections with people. That's what I love about those organizations. That's why I try and join as much as I can, because I know that everybody has these diverse, different ways of doing things, and I just love meeting all the new people. So it's been really awesome still to be able to connect with people.
Absolutely. That's incredible to hear. And now, Audrey, I know you are currently working on obtaining your master's degree, and I know from my own personal experience that obtaining a master's degree can be a whole other beast compared to undergrad. What has your experience been like so far?
Yeah, it's definitely been a different experience for me. But truthfully, I mean, I'm working full time while I'm going to school full time. And, the professors I've been dealing with this semester have been so accommodating and so kind. I really could not have asked for a better experience. I was a little hesitant going in to try to juggle all of this during a pandemic, but Truly, I cannot ask for more supportive, administrators and professors. It's really been a good experience.
Absolutely. It definitely sounds like you could not ask for more. So when are you expecting to be finished up with your degree?
So I will be finished in May of 2022. So just a little bit longer, but I'm sure it'll come quicker than I expect it to.
Absolutely. And I know this is a very, very big question, but what are you hoping to do maybe once you've graduated?
Well, right now I am working at a facility. We work with individuals on probation. I've worked a couple years in the field of substance use disorders, and I have absolutely loved every minute of it. I love working with that population. So far that's the plan. And there's definitely a need for it everywhere. So I would really like to stick with that population and continue in the field.
Incredible. And do you feel that iBELIEVE has helped prepare you for this time in your life where you are dealing with a forever changing world and need to make different decisions?
Absolutely. Like I said, iBELIEVE has really taught me to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. And I think I could speak for most people that there have been a lot of uncomfortable times in the past year. So it has definitely helped me be able to, speak up and, deal with confrontation when it's a little uncomfortable. But, ultimately, when you have the best interest for people in mind, that's what needs to be said and done. And it truly, iBELIEVE, has helped prepare me with talking to people and understanding with people and reaching out to people in ways that I would not, have experience with if it wasn't for iBELIEVE.
Incredible. Thank you both, Audrey and Henry, for taking the time to be with us tonight. We all really appreciate it. Up next, we have a special performance from Evan Cunningham. Evan is originally from Newport, Ohio, and is a senior at Frontier High School. Currently, Evan is interested in pursuing a career as a music therapist and as a singer, songwriter, and performer. Evan stays active in school and outside of school through many extracurricular activities. Thank you, Evan, for sharing with us a performance of the song A Rock by Hardy. Evan, take it away.
You're just too good to be true. When your mom and dad are 10 feet tall, you got a superhero poster on your wall. You know the world's full of greed and lust. Just slide into third and ride the school bus. Wrestling is real, summer goes fast. A dollar bill feels like a wad of cash. There's war and drugs and guns all near, but all you're thinking about's how far you can skip. A rock, a rock, rock. Then your wheels on your back, turning gasoline. Get your first taste of love and nicotine. Your heart gets broken, folks find you louder. You lose a few fights and learn you ain't a fighter. You know what's wrong, you know what's right, but you wanna be cool on a Friday night. Somebody puts a bottle in front of your face for the first time. You're stuck between a hard place and a rock, a rock, a rock. La da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da. Then you're paying bills and you're working hard and you're with your friends at the local bar. Hook up with someone, tell them how you feel, and just like that, it's something real. Then you meet the mom, you meet dad, start having thoughts that you never had. Like that's the kind of thing worth waking up for. Next thing you know, you're saving up for a rock. Yeah, a rock. A rock. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. One day your breath calls life itself. The book gets hung on and shelf. Say a few words like it's a damn shame, and lay you down and write your name on a rock. A rock. A rock. Yeah, we're all just living life on a rock. 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 Say we're all just living life on a rock. We're all just living life on a rock. We're all just living life on a rock. Hey, we're all just living life on a rock. La da 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 da. 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 La da 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 da.
Thank you again to Evan Cunningham for sharing this performance with us. Now, I am very excited to have the opportunity to introduce our next speaker, Marika Lynch-Pasteur. Marika attended Parkersburg Catholic High School in Parkersburg, West Virginia. Marika began her I Believe journey in the summer of 2014 when she attended a summer workshop at West Liberty University. Currently, Marika is a senior at Holy Cross College in Notre Dame, Indiana. I've had the pleasure of working with her throughout many experiences with the I Believe Foundation, and it is my pleasure to hand the virtual floor over to Marika.
Thank you, Matt. It's been a pleasure working with you too. So my I Believe story has been a little bit different than most people. Like Matt said, I started my journey in 2014 after I attended my first workshop at West Liberty University. This workshop came at the right time for me. I definitely had a more negative mindset along what were priorities with my life. And after attending 3 workshops through I Believe, my whole mindset was changed. I had more confidence in myself as a person, in my abilities, and really was able to focus on what was important. And that was surrounding myself with people that would push me to be better, achieving my goals, setting goals that are going to be substantial for my future, for the future that I wanted. The summer before my second workshop, my family found out that we were moving 6 or 7 hours away to Indiana. Thankfully, I was allowed to come back for my third workshop. So that 7-hour drive was nothing if that meant that I could come back and see all of my favorite people, which I'm very, very thankful for. But moving in the middle of high school and moving after my second year of workshop, everything that I learned at I Believe really came into play. All of those lessons that were taught, lifting people up and working in teams, time management, that's a very important one. But everything that I learned through I Believe, I was able to use at my new school with my new teams in Indiana. And then using that when I went to college, and I was named as a captain of the women's soccer team, and being this leader as a sophomore is when I was named. So being a leader as an underclassman on a collegiate soccer program, that was a really difficult task. But everything that I learned through I Believe, I was able to put into play and really change my mindset, change the lives of not only myself, but make an impact on my teammates, all while still being involved with I Believe. And that's something that I'm really grateful for, is just the support that everybody through I Believe has always given. I'm always just one text away from receiving a message that can absolutely change my day. I have friends who send me motivational stuff every morning, and it makes more of an impact on me than they know. But they're always just constant support, the bright light that everybody in iBELIEVE has shown on me, and have the power that they've given me and the confidence that they have given me to just reach my goals, is something that I'm forever grateful for. And that's why was so honored to be able to speak tonight and share my story. So yeah, thank you.
Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Marika. Now, Marika, you and I had the opportunity to work together as staff partners for the first ever iBELIEVE workshop in the state of Tennessee. What was that experience like for you, having the opportunity to work on a staff that was starting a new workshop in a new state that had no idea what iBELIEVE was?
Yeah, that was definitely a very intimidating week. I was just nervous because they didn't know what iBELIEVE was, but looking at the staff team that we had, you as my partner, and the other 6 staff members that we had there, I never doubted that we would make an impact. And I never doubted that those kids, those delegates would come out, new people, at the end of the week. But I was just really grateful to get that experience, to meet those wonderful kids and just to experience that different culture. Every campus is a different culture that we go to, and the culture on Tennessee's campus is definitely a very unique one, but one that I'm very grateful that I've gotten to experience for 2 years.
Absolutely. I could not have said that any better myself. I definitely feel like it's important that the iBELIEVE Foundation continues to grow and expand and spread throughout Appalachia. In your opinion, why do you feel like it's important for students to experience something like iBELIEVE?
A lot of the times, I feel like students feel like they have to learn and grow on their own with no sort of guidance. And through iBELIEVE, you are learning and growing on your own, but you're surrounded by people who make that possible. There's always a net underneath you. So if you do leap and you do fall, they're there to catch you. And there's a whole organization to catch you. And I think that's so important for other students and other people to be able to experience, because without that net, I wouldn't be where I am today. And to create this future generation of leaders is something that's so important, and to give them all the tools and opportunities that they need to be able to make the change in their community, to make the change in their state, in this country. I just think that's important and vital for the growth of our communities.
Absolutely. Again, could not have said it any better myself. During that time in Tennessee, I know we had the opportunity to work with a lot of non-students who were not delegates in the actual workshop. And I feel like iBELIEVE has the ability to not only impact students in high school or in college, but I know personally iBELIEVE continues to impact and support me as an adult. What would you say to any adults that are maybe looking to assist or help with the organization?
Do it. There's nothing stopping anybody from being involved in this organization. I've reached out to adults in my own life, including my dad, and I brought him to some workshops, and he has absolutely loved it. Just taking the time to spend an hour or two with the delegates at each workshop or each iBELIEVE event, it'll change your life. I've never stopped learning, and this is my 8th year involved with iBELIEVE. And to know for 8 years that I've never stopped learning, I can't imagine where I'm going to be in 10 years, hopefully still being involved with iBELIEVE. But all that I've learned, and all that I can learn and all that I will learn is just something that's so attractive. And I think that everybody, every student, college student, adult, anybody in your community should be able to be involved in this.
That was great. That was absolutely incredible. Thank you so much, Marika, for taking the time to be with us tonight, and I really, really appreciate it. Up next, we are all going to have the opportunity to see an absolutely incredible performance from Bryce Dale. Originally, Bryce is from Ravenswood, West Virginia, but currently Bryce lives in Huntington, West Virginia, where he graduated from Marshall University with a bachelor's of fine arts in music. Bryce is currently in school working on his master's of arts in teaching. One of his future goals is to end up on Broadway, but he also loves the idea of becoming a teacher or a collegiate professor. Performing the song I Could Not Ask for More by Sarah Evans, here is Bryce Dale.
Lying here with you, listening to the rain, smiling just to see the smile upon your face. These are the moments I thank God that I'm alive. These are the moments I'll remember all my life. I found all I've waited for. Could not ask for more. Looking in your eyes, seeing all I need. Everything you are is everything that I need. These are the moments I know heaven must exist. These are the moments I knew all I need is this. I found all I've waited for, yeah. And I could not ask for more. I could not ask for more than this time together. I could not ask for more than this time with you. Every prayer has been answered. Every dream that has come true. Yeah, right here in this moment is right where I'm meant to be. Here with you, here with me. Yeah, yeah. These are the moments I thank God that I'm alive. And these are the moments I'll remember all my life. I found all I've waited for, yeah. And I could not ask for more. I could not ask for more than this time together. I could not ask for more than this time with you. Every prayer has been answered. Every dream that has come true. Yeah, right here in this moment is right where I'm meant to be. Here with you, here with me. No, I could not ask for more than this time you gave me, 'cause it's all I've waited for. And I could not ask for more. No, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I could not ask for more. Yeah.
Thank you so much for that absolutely incredible performance, Bryce. I know that song is very near and dear to all of our hearts that have ever had the opportunity to be a part of workshops. So thank you for sharing that with us all. Up next, we're going to have the opportunity to hear a story from Drew Dutil. Drew is a graduate from South Webster High School in Southern Ohio, and he is currently a senior at Morehead State University studying exercise science. Drew started his iBELIEVE journey at Wright State University in 2014 and is staffed for 3 years after participating in all senior high workshops. If you know Drew, you know that his friends mean the world to him, and it is an absolute honor just to know him. So, Drew, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Matt. I really appreciate that. Can you hear me okay? Just make sure everyone good? Okay. So hi guys, my name is Drew Dutil, as you already heard. And so my iBELIEVE story is quite the doozy. I mean, it's not any different from anyone else's, really, just special to me because it's mine. iBELIEVE, whenever I first came in to like my first senior high workshop, the things that happened in my past, like I had went through like my parents' divorce, I had been bullied. I had dealt with a lot of issues that were out of my control, but I just kind of got the backlash from it. And so that caused me to go into senior high 1 being scared, being like afraid to show people like my true colors, show people who I really am, to smile even. And after my first senior high workshop, my life completely changed for the better. I began to see that not every person you meet is always out to get you. There are some good people in the world, and even in this Zoom meeting, that I love with all my heart. If it wasn't for the people at iBELIEVE, my walls would still be up. I would still be that quiet person. But the main thing iBELIEVE has taught me from going through all those leadership workshops is how to be a servant leader. And servant leadership is knowing to give to others and not always focus on yourself all the time. It's about being a leader for those who might not know how to be a leader and might like show them how to first, or you might have to step up and do something just so they can understand it better. And that's something like I've tried to do my entire life ever since I got out of my iBELIEVE experience. I've constantly tried to keep growing, try to keep learning, try to put myself in as many people's shoes as possible, just so I can branch out and help anyone who comes and needs me. There's no better feeling to me than giving back to those who've given so much to me, and to help someone's light shine whenever they think they have no light to shine at all. And every day at college now, like I figured things out to where like every person, no matter how you meet them, there's a lesson to learn. That lesson could be good, that lesson could be bad. You just have to make sure you figure out that lesson and learn from it, because as soon as you do that, you can keep building upon that lesson. And that's also part of being a servant leader, is you have to make sure you're pointing people in the right direction. And sometimes you always don't know the right direction, but if you always start with a smile on your face and supporting them 110% through everything they go through, then there's no possible way you can go wrong as long as you start with those. And I really wish I had more time to show everyone. And I know Connie is one of the very few people who has seen me go from that closed person to the person that sprints to her to give to her a hug and the biggest smile on my face, just because she means the world to me and I love her to death. Because she has seen me at my worst, and now she's seen me at my best, when I can do nothing but smile every time I see all these amazing people that I met at workshop. They fill me up whenever my cup is empty. Like, they constantly show me love and unconditional support through anything and everything. Like, I could be like going to take a 5-question quiz, and like Megan Trout would text me and blow up my phone and say, "Drew, you freaking got this. Like, it's all you. Like, you got this." I'm like, okay, like, there is no better love and support you will get than from people at iBELIEVE.
Drew, thank you so much, so much for sharing that with us. And before we continue on, I will testify to the fact that you are one of the easiest people in the world to talk to, and you make it so easy for people to feel comfortable around you. Do you feel, I know you touched on this a little bit, but do you really feel like iBELIEVE has played a part in that, in making you the person you are?
Absolutely, 110%. All of the problem solving activities they put us through, and all of Audrey talked about, making us making uncomfortable be comfortable. Whenever I start to feel uncomfortable, I chase after it. I want to figure out more about myself. I want to figure out who I am 110%, so then I can help those around me figure out who they are. And just all the love and support I got there, that made me want to show love and support to other people. All of the problem solving and life skills, that made me want to help people solve their problems. Made me want to help people figure out who they really are as a person. And then also made me want to help them chase the things they fight. If they're scared of it, I don't want them to be scared of it. I want them to chase after it, because I'm gonna be right there beside them through it all. And if it wasn't for iBELIEVE, I would never would have figured that out about myself.
Drew, that's absolutely incredible to hear. And knowing you in person, it's very, very touching to hear that. And just thank you so much for taking the time to be with us this evening. I really appreciate it. Up next, I have, I was going to say Drew already mentioned her, but up next, I have the absolute honor to introduce someone who we are all familiar with, Connie Miley. Connie is someone who I have known since I started my iBELIEVE journey back in 2013. She's always been an incredibly strong supporter of me, and it gives me a massive amount of happiness to have the opportunity to introduce her. So Connie, it is your time.
Thanks, Matt. I remembered to unmute myself this time. Points for the old gal. Hey, thank you so much, Matt. You are doing an incredible job, and I just have enjoyed hearing all of these stories so much. It's why we do what we do. What we do is programs, and I am so honored to be a part of this organization, and to hear my kids. I call them my kids. I borrow them for a little while, and I'm just so grateful for everything that they bring to our program and into my life. So our leadership development programs are at the heart of why iBELIEVE was founded. And these opportunities for leadership growth and development remain the single focus of our efforts today. As you are hearing in the stories of those who have experienced our programs, iBELIEVE makes a positive difference in the lives of Appalachian youth, and the skills, attitudes, and behaviors we teach and promote are needed by our kiddos now more than ever. The cornerstone of our programming is our summer workshop. Students come together on a college campus for 4 nights and 5 days in which they learn more about themselves, explore and practice vital skills such as communication, problem solving, teamwork, and collaboration. And they broaden their understanding of a leader's role to include things like making ethical decisions, being inclusive and respectful of all, valuing diversity, and demonstrating empathy. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we were not able to offer our traditional workshops this past summer, but our commitment to our programming mission demanded that we design something brand new that could be delivered through a virtual format. The program, entitled The Heart of Leadership, was built around a central project that required delegates working in small groups to identify a community need and then design an intervention to address that need. We were proud and amazed with their awareness and creativity. Projects covered areas such as food insecurity, the opioid crisis, safe and clean parks, improved sidewalks and walking paths, and improved access to healthcare and healthcare facilities. Other highlights of the program included planning and recording a public service announcement to bring awareness to their identified community need, fun and engaging morning sessions led by our own Max Liu, painting and placing kindness rocks throughout delegates' communities, and an inspirational closing session each day. Needless to say, we unfortunately remain unable to bring our kids together for programs. That in mind, we are offering our digital leadership seminars throughout this school year. These hour-long Zoom sessions are presented on the third Thursday of each month at 7:30 p.m. So please be sure to watch our social media for registration information each month. And please feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions about our digital leadership seminars. Finally, looking forward to summer of 2021, it is our intent to offer 2 weeks of our traditional summer workshop back on a college campus. At this time, we can't fully commit to those plans due to COVID-19 and financial challenges we still face. We are working hard and will continue to do so. And as I said when I began, our kids need our programs more than ever. So please consider donating if your circumstances allow. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Connie, and sharing with all of us really what it is that iBELIEVE does. And I speak for all of us when I say that we love you to the moon and back. Now, we all have a special second performance this evening from Demelle. I'm sure that you all can attest to this, but I speak for everyone here when I say that Derek is extremely talented and a wonderful musician. Here again is Demelle with the song Feel It Still.
Can't keep my hands to myself. Fingerless tomorrow, put them back up on the shelf. In case my little baby girl is in need. I'm a coming out of left field. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. I've been feeling this in 1986 now. Might be over now when I feel it still. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. Let me kick it like it's 1986 now. Might be over now when I feel it still. Got another mouth to feed. Leave it with the babysitter, mama called a grave digger. Along with the falling leaves. But I'm a coming out of left field. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. I've been feeling this in 1986 now. Might have had you feel, but you feel it still. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. Let me kick it like it's 1986 now. Might be over now when I feel it still. We can find a word for peace. Give in to that easy living, go back to my hopes and dreams, and start flipping for my enemies. We can wait till the walls come down. It's time to give a little to the kids in the middle, but oh, till it falls won't bother me. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks. Yeah, love is at a best for my heart to eclipse now. Might be over now when I feel it still. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. I've been feeling this in 1986 now. Might be over now when I feel it still. No. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. Let me kick it like it's 1986 now. Might be over now when I feel it still. Might have had your film, but I feel it still.
I say thank you again for the music, Derek. That was absolutely wonderful. You're great as always. Now it is my pleasure to introduce my friend, Megan Trout. Megan started with iBELIEVE in 2013 and has staffed for 3 years. Megan graduated from Alexander Local Schools in Southeastern Ohio in 2016 and graduated from Ohio University in May of 2020. Megan is currently in a gap year working with K through 12 students on their virtual schooling. She's an absolutely incredible person, and I cannot wait to hear what she has to say. So, Megan, welcome.
Thank you so much for that introduction, Matt. Y'all have me blushing here. So when discussing I Believe, I think it's not only important to talk about the experience of the workshop themselves, but the value and lessons that carry on throughout a person's life. I'm currently 22 years old, and I'm still using the lessons that I've learned when I was 15. You might think that it's only 7 years of time, but these lessons have transcended through multiple chapters of my life, ranging from 3 years of high school, transitioning to college, graduating with a bachelor's degree in exercise physiology, and now applying to medical school. These valuable lessons and skills have remained pertinent to my success and are not something that I have to think to use anymore. They're second nature. They're a part of who I am and how I lead. And even still as a staff, I continue to learn more each year about myself and how to lead others, not only from my fellow staff, but the kids as well. It's hard to convey the transformativeness that is I Believe. There's something special about starting a week with a group of kids that don't know each other at all. And then 5 days later, they're leaving with lifelong friends and a toolbox of leadership skills that they are taking back into their community. It's these moments as staff that remind me that I have the ability to make a difference, the ability to make an impact. And you can help us make this impact. In the past year of my life, I've really started to tell myself one thing. If you're complaining about a problem, then you have to be willing to be a part of the solution. I think we can all agree that we are currently a nation divided, and we could all agree that we need leadership to unite us. This is your ability to be a part of the solution. I believe shapes, molds, and develops the next generation of leaders. Everyone that has spoken here tonight has volunteered hundreds and thousands of hours of their time to this organization. And a lot of us are just high school students or college students who don't have the means to donate financially, but each year we take weeks and days to shape the next generation of leaders. We have to start making an investment in our future if we want to see any change. I can make a commitment to you right now that we will continue to put in the work on our end, working just as hard, if not harder, to shape these young minds, but we can't do that work without the means to do so. So that's where you all come in and where you guys can make your impact. Thank you.
Megan, thank you so much for taking the time to share that with us. Now, Megan, you and I have had the opportunity to work together a few times. What would you say has been your favorite memory with I Believe, if you had to pick just one?
That's a really tough question, because if you've ever known me or staffed with me, there are so many good memories that are associated with my time with I Believe. But if I had to choose just one memory, it'd be the memory in just knowing all the people. I have met my closest friends through this organization. I have friends living in New York, Chicago, Columbus, soon to be North Carolina, all across West Virginia, all across Ohio. Friends are going to Yale, Ohio State, WVU, Marshall, Ohio University, and I can text them or call them and have a conversation with them like no time has passed. And that's something special, and that's my favorite memory and like idea of this whole organization.
That's just wonderful to hear. I think that you absolutely summed it up. Hearing those experiences really makes me remember just like how important it is for this organization to exist and how important it is for students to have the opportunities. Megan, why would you say you feel it's important for students to share those opportunities and have those opportunities?
I think the most important part about this organization is the community that it serves. So I believe serves the Appalachian community. And we all know that the Appalachian community is such an underserved region of our country. And I think it's important for Appalachian students to have a place where they can learn and see that they are valued and cherished in our society, that their voice does matter and that they do have the ability to change the world despite what others might say.
I couldn't agree more. Thank you so much for sharing that with us today, Megan, and thank you for your time this evening. Up next, I have the pleasure to introduce someone who is a fellow member of the Marshall University Thundering Herd with me, Ian Mcknight. Ian started his iBELIEVE journey with his first workshop in 2015. He graduated from Parkersburg South High School in 2015 and is currently studying biomedical engineering here at Marshall. It is my pleasure to introduce Ian Mcknight.
Hello, everyone. It's an absolute honor to be able to speak with you all today about my iBELIEVE journey. Like Matt mentioned, it began in 2015 when I heard from my school counselor that she wanted me to attend a leadership summer workshop. And I had absolutely no idea what that meant, but it sounded like it would be fun. And so I got in the car and I headed to West Liberty University. And it was single-handedly the moment that changed my life. And I know that sounds kind of cheesy to say, but until that moment, on stepping out on that campus and getting to meet all of the wonderful, wonderful people of iBELIEVE and getting to experience that empowerment and the building up of character and of these leadership skills, it was so formative in who I am today. I'm a more confident person. I can public speak. I am willing to go outside of my comfort zones, like several of my friends here have said. And I have been able to pursue so many opportunities in my life that I wouldn't have had access to otherwise. And I intentionally took the call from this spot on my bed in my dorm room because I have my photo board here behind me of some of my favorite memories, and dozens of the pictures on this wall are the lifelong friendships that I've made throughout my several years with iBELIEVE. I look at these pictures every single day, and I'm reminded of those powerful friendships where I met those people that made me feel welcomed, cherished, loved, and like my ideas were always important and that anyone could listen to me and give me a guiding hand whenever I needed it. And I think that's one of the key reasons that we call what iBELIEVE is a workshop, because you're constantly building up yourself and you're constantly building other people up. I like to say that my time with iBELIEVE has always been a symbiotic relationship, because I get to now as a staff help other people grow into more confident leaders that can use teamwork skills and communication to associate with those around them. And every single time I go, I learn something new myself and I come back a little bit better. And I think that these friendships are even more important now. Those skills are even more important in this trying time of COVID-19. Because obviously with all the social distancing and not really being able to go out and see each other in person, a lot of us are feeling very alone, and we can always use that helping hand, that person to talk to, and that friend to lean on. And so I think that's something that iBELIEVE has done for me. It's given me all of those people, all of the support that I've used these past months and through my entire life since I came into contact with my first person at iBELIEVE. And it's an honor to be able to give back to them in every way that I can. Thanks.
Ian, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. So I know I mentioned that you and I attend Marshall University, or we attended Marshall University at the same time. Once in college, what were some skills that you learned from iBELIEVE that you felt you were able to fully utilize as a student?
Well, that's a great question, Matt. Actually, I am a member of the Society of Jaeger Scholars on Marshall's campus, which is our like premier leadership and academic scholarship that Marshall offers. And so oftentimes we're at the forefront of sort of Marshall's fundraising for many different things. We're some of the speakers on campus that speak at events, and we sort of try to act as role models for others on campus by leading various activities. And so the confidence that iBELIEVE has fostered in me, and the ability to know that I am enough, and that even though I may feel like sometimes I'm just faking it till I'm making it, that I can get through anything because I know that people will always have my back.
Ian, thank you so much for sharing that with us. And I couldn't agree more with you. Thank you for taking the time to be with us this evening, and we all really appreciate it. Up next, I am happy to welcome back to the virtual floor of this event, Stephanie Murray.
Hello again. So now it is time in our program to announce the lucky winners of our gift card package raffle. And so up until just a few moments ago, I was writing down names that had come in during the event, and I have all of them in here. And so we're going to draw them. We have 4 packages available for the raffle, 2 $100 packages, a $300 package, and a $500 package. And so I have all of the names in here. So let's get started and see who our winners are. All right, this is for the package number 4. The first $100 package is Andrew Goolsby for the first $100 package. Congratulations, Andrew. All right, next for our second $100 gift card package is Kate Hagreen. Kate Hagreen for the second $100 gift card package. Trying to set these with them so I know who won what. All right, let's see here. For the $300 gift card package, we have Ann McGuff for the $300 gift card package. And for the $500, the last gift card package, we have, let's see, Jeffrey Grimm for the $500 gift card package. Thank you all so much for contributing to that gift card raffle and helping us to raise some funds to continue our mission. Thank you again.
Thank you so much, Stephanie, and congratulations to everybody who just won in the raffle. Well, things are coming to a close here, and again, I am just so grateful to have had the opportunity to act as your MC this evening. The iBELIEVE Foundation has given me a place that I can consider home, whether it is a workshop or in a virtual setting. I know that I will always have a place that I can find support and consider home. The organization helped me realize who I am and who I wanted to be, and really helped me recognize that it's my life. The final piece I will be introducing tonight is an original song by Miranda Osborne. Miranda is a 2020 graduate of Mount View High School in McDowell County, West Virginia. She is currently in her first year at West Virginia University, and she began her journey with iBELIEVE in the summer of 2018. During the summer of 2018, after she performed an original song at workshop, Stephanie asked her if she would be interested in creating a piece that exemplified the impact of iBELIEVE. She did, and as you will see, this song will forever be special to us. As you listen, you'll hear the sentiments from our storytellers echoed in her lyrics. Thank you all again so much, and please enjoy the song iBELIEVE by Miranda Osborne.
Scarily new, but you're surrounded by friendly faces and open arms just for you. We're here to give you a boost, to nudge you out of the nest, because I'm telling you, friend, you're not like the rest. There's a reason you're here, I promise, just wait and see. You're much more capable than you would ever know. So take what you've been hiding and let it show. And you're probably thinking, but I'm just me. Well, that's perfect, and I believe. You'll start to notice changes when you go back home. Instead of sitting in the back, you'll find you're in the front row. We'll be there to catch you if you ever fall. I guarantee certainty we'll be right by your side through it all. There's a reason you're here, I promise. I think you'll see. You're much more capable than you would ever know. So take what you've been hiding and let it show. And you're probably thinking, but I'm just me. Well, that's perfect at I believe. Take the leap, close your eyes. Once you land, I bet that you'll be surprised. You'll change the world, I know you can. But first you've gotta make a stand. Take the leap, close your eyes. Once you land, I bet that you'll be surprised. You'll change the world, I know you can. But first you've gotta make a stand. And when you do, you'll say, I'm much more capable than I would ever know. So I'll take what I've been hiding and let it show. And I used to think, but I'm just me, but I'm much more. We're much more capable than we'll ever know. So let's take what we've been hiding and let it grow. And we used to think, but I'm just me. Well, that's perfect at I believe. At I believe. Well, that's perfect at I believe.
Hello again. That song is super, super special to me, and always, just puts me right back at workshop with all of our delegates. Thank you again, Miranda, for that gift to us. It's something that we're going to cherish forever. So I just want to close tonight by thanking all of our speakers and our performers. We truly appreciate you sharing your stories with us and your talents with us. Thank you again to Matt for all of your hard work you put into this evening and preparing. We really appreciate you giving your time this week and tonight in preparation for this event. I also want to thank again Max for putting all of this together and being the behind the scenes champion that we needed, because we really didn't know what we were doing, but I'm glad that it's worked out so well. And again, I want to personally thank Devontae and Connie and Max again for everything you've done this year for our delegates and for our mission. Lastly, I want to thank all of you watching and everyone who has supported our mission in any capacity for the last 9 years. Your support for iBELIEVE means the world to our team and our volunteers, but most importantly to our students. They are our future. They are the leaders of tomorrow, and we believe in their ability to do amazing things, and we want to do everything we can to set them up with every tool necessary to do those amazing things. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We really appreciate it. The link to tonight's event it'll be recorded, so it'll be housed on our website. It's also on our YouTube channel. So please feel free to share our story, share our mission with other people, and encourage them to see what it is that we're about and find out if they would be willing to help us with this mission, help us continue it further. If you were a winner of one of the gift card raffle packages, I will be reaching out to you tomorrow, either by phone or email, to let you know that we will get it sent to you, make sure we have the correct address. So be listening for that tomorrow, and we'll try to get those to you as soon as possible. And so I think that's all I have for tonight from all of us at iBELIEVE. Thank you so much again. Take care and happy holidays. Bye.